Libra, hello, Amanda here. Welcome to Unseen Hands Healing. This is going to be your shift reading for the month of August. So we are looking at the shape you are shifting out of this month, the shape you're shifting into, and what that shape shift looks and feels like. So Libra, before we get into your cards, the image that's coming to me and the energy I'm feeling around you at the start of this reading is one, Libra is often a sign that's associated with Venus energy, and that Venus energy can bring out the beauty in things. And that's really what I'm feeling. I'm feeling you as like bringing the beauty, or maybe Leo season is bringing out like a little extra expression of that beauty that you are so tuned into. I saw an image of like actually kind of the vibrance of this flower in the desert. It was like this landscape of sand and desert and these spiky plants and succulents and cacti, but then like there was this gorgeous, exquisitely delicate, soft flower that is able to grow even in that environment. So there's something, Libra, about you like just really shining in the, like, I just want to use words like exquisite, like there's something about this like exquisite, rare delicacy on display. I don't know. Really interesting. Let's go to your cards and see what this is all about. So we're going to start by asking, what is the shape that Libra is shifting out of in the month of August? What is the shape that Libra is shifting out of in August? Okay. The Page of Cups. Let's see, what is the shape that Libra is shifting into in the month of August? Beautiful. Queen of Wands. I'm being drawn to take this other card here. It's just really standing out to me. Okay, Four of Cups. We'll keep that as like part of the shift. So let's just go ahead and pull the rest of the cards now. What is this shape shift from the Page of Cups to the Queen of Wands? What does that look like and feel like for Libra in August? This and this. What have we got? Ooh. Wow, a lot of emotional energy, pal. What's going on here? Okay, I think I'm understanding. There's a real story starting to come through. So already in your shift cards here, this shift from the Page of Cups to the Queen of Wands. Sorry about the window reflection, the glare here. The Page of Cups, honestly, I'm getting kind of a pouty energy. I don't know if that's applicable to anybody, but there's a little bit of a, how do I want to say it? There's an emotional energy to the Cups suit, and this page in particular is giving off this vibes of like, maybe feeling a little lonely, feeling cut off from someone or something, or feeling left out. I'm just getting this sort of like pulling into yourself sort of a thing. Like there's like a little bit of pouting energy, a little bit of self-pity energy, which is not to like, we all do that. So not to further isolate you, Libra, if this is something you've been experiencing, because, we all go through phases of that. And perhaps this has been a phase of, a little bit of sort of like, energy. for you, for some sort of situation in your life. But then that's the shape you're shifting out of, Libra, and you're moving into this Queen of Wands energy, which, you know, from the home of expression, like being very much in your feelings, very much in this emotional energy, which makes sense actually, because it's like, this is the shift from Cancer season, water, emotions, into Leo season, which is fire. And, you know, this is that Leo energy. This is perhaps, if you've been feeling a little lonely in the desert, feeling like you're not getting the emotion, your needs are not being met emotionally, like your emotional needs are not being met, either you're like not having the connections that you're hoping for, or like things are happening in your life that are creating emotional hardship over and over. You know, it's like this sort of barren desert when it comes to relationship or connection, something like that I'm feeling. It's like you're learning how to thrive in that arid environment with this Queen of Wands. And it says the throne of determination. It's like you seem to be rallying your mettle a bit, mettle, you know, like you're rallying your mettle a bit, and you're like, okay, I'm in this situation, you know, I'm in this desert, and it's not necessarily fun, but the more I steep in the soggy emotions of it, the more weighed down I'm going to be. So you know what? I'm going to use this climate, the fire of this climate, I'm going to use this heat as energy and let it fuel me. There's something about like, you're just lighting up, really, you know, going from this like soggy emotional energy to just being lit up and like really, okay, I'm determined to be my full self, to like find my full radiance, even in perhaps a situation that is not ideal emotionally. So then which kind of goes back to the image I saw of the flower blooming in the desert. Because here's the thing, Libra, all of this emotional energy, let me show you this. So it's not just the Page of Cups. We have all water in the cards that show me how this shift feels for you. We have the Four of Cups, the Moon, and the Knight of Cups, okay? So the Moon is Cancer energy, which again, we're talking about a shift out of Cancer season into Leo season. And then the Four of Cups is the Moon in Cancer. So we have the Moon in Cancer, we have Cancer Moon, okay? Two things here. And then we have the Knight of Cups, which says the love song. So we could, you know, this imagery that I'm getting of Libra being in this barren desert, it could be that you're feeling cut off from romance, maybe. You're feeling cut off from a partner, feeling lonely without romantic energy in your life. But again, love is much more than romance. It could just be that you're feeling cut off from family. It could, you know, it could be any number of things. But there's this beautiful transition that's happening. Notice how the Page of Cups and the Four of Cups are very similar energies. It says, the Four of Cups says reevaluate, by the way. So it's like you're in this sort of like soggy emotional energy, and it's like just there's an energy here of just sort of steeping in that a little bit, like allowing, maybe in Cancer season, since Cancer energy is showing up so strongly here. And of course, Cancer energy is longing to connect, Libra. Like that's the part of you that's really coming to the fore in this reading, is this like longing for partnership. You know, Libra typically longs for partnership, longs for love, longs for connection, wants to share that penchant for beauty with other people, you know? And so there's this like real emotional quality coming forward in you, Libra. And if I know a Libra, you know, I got a Libra moon, so I get it. The emotional energy is not necessarily something that a Libra wants to lead with. It's not necessarily something that you care to be sitting in, but it's like sometimes you can't help it, you know? Sometimes you can't help it, and it seems to me like this is one of those times, and that's okay, Libra. Just like let yourself be the emotional person that you are. okay? Because it seems to me like those emotions are front and center, or at least have been in Cancer season. And so here you are kind of sitting in perhaps what feels to you like soggy emotions, right? There's these messages in a bottle back there that are kind of being ignored, or like the messages aren't getting to where they need to go. Like you're not able to communicate or like reach out to someone else, or they're not able to reach you, you know, it's like that kind of a thing. And so you're kind of just sitting here like, all right, I'm feeling a lot of feelings. Let me like reevaluate this. Let me do some self-care, paint my nails, figure out like what feels so dissatisfying about this current emotional moment. That's what this energy is. And then again, the moon card coming next, I'm getting this howling at the moon. I'm getting this just like longing for connection, like where is my love kind of energy, you know? The moon also talks about a lot of unknowns, you know, like feeling the emotions of it, but not really able to mentally get the clarity to name those emotions or to see where all of it's leading. And Libra, you're an air sign, you know, you want to some degree be able to analyze those emotions. And I'm just like really feeling like that's not an option for the Libra I'm talking to in this situation, which could be really frustrating for y'all. So I feel ya. But here we are with this howl into the moon. And it's interesting too. It's like there's so much emotional energy, and yet there's a lack of water here. You know what I mean? It's like there's this lobster here, but like where's the water? It seems like this person is sitting on a rock that would normally be underwater, or at least surrounded by water. And so it's again sort of emphasizing the emotions that are coming forward in your life in what feels like a moment of barrenness, of like barren desert. You know, it's a really difficult situation to to live through. How do I say this? When you feel so many emotions, but there's a lack of hydration to replenish you in that. And what I mean by that is like when you're going through an emotional time and you're surrounded by the support of those you love, there's like this feedback loop of replenishment that can help kind of keep things moving, you know? Because you can like express your feelings to someone else, and they can be like a sounding board for you, and y'all can be like mirrors for each other, and you can have this connection and feeling of empathy together during that time. But if you don't have that, if you're feeling like you're very much alone in this emotional experience, it's like, yeah, it's like a cactus holding all this water in a barren desert. That's just what I'm getting. But the thing about that is, Libra, it's that cactus holding all that water that feeds the flower to bloom. It's like, how can a flower bloom in a desert? Because it's feeding off of all of the water that the cactus has been holding. So it's like all of this emotional energy is not for naught, I think is what I want to say. So as the journey continues, here you are howling, you know, here you are by yourself. Yeah, all by myself, don't wanna be, okay, howling for the moon, that kind of a thing. And then here it is, the Knight of Cups, the love song. Like whether you are the Knight of Cups or someone else is the Knight of Cups coming to you and expressing their heart to you, or you're expressing your heart. I just saw 1414. There's something here about, and again with the Cancer crab showing up, this Cancer energy is so strong. And notice the blooming flowers, these roses. Look at the person's face. This Knight of Cups feels very tired, very pained. It's an emotional expression. It's an expression of the heart. You know, letting your heart be heard, letting your heart be seen by others. And I think this like moment of expression, you know, all of this is kind of holding it in. See that? It's all kind of in this solo experience, very internal, emotional, solo experience. This sort of feels like holding in all of your emotions, the cactus holding in all of its emotions. And then this is the first like card that we're seeing someone reaching out, looking out towards another. Okay, so I'm feeling this as you reaching out and expressing your heart. It could be that, or it could be someone reaching out to you. We'll see what the cards continue to say here. And then that is the catalyst that leads to you feeling, I think, more like yourself. Balancing all that water with a little bit of fire. And that's that temperance energy, and that's the number 14, the 14th card in the tarot. And earlier, just now, I saw 1414. So I think that's where that temperance energy comes in, is, you know, in the traditional temperance card, we see essentially an angel or an angelic figure balancing fire and water. With all of this water saturating, you need fire to bring the balance. And so whatever this like expression of the heart is from you or from someone else towards you brings in the balance that you need. I think it lights you on fire again and makes you feel, you know, the Queen of Wands is an incredibly powerful person, someone with so much charisma and so much personal presence. I think it brings your sense of power back. It's really a gorgeous reading, and I'm so curious to learn more and see, you know, what this catalyst is that brings this in for you. So, Libra, if this is resonating with you so far and you would like to continue into the extended reading, I'm going to keep pulling cards. I'm going to use other decks and see if we can get some clarity here. If that sounds like something you'd like to join me for, click the link in the description box below and that will take you over to Patreon. Patreon is an online community that I've created for folks who like my work and want to go deeper. If that sounds like you, head on over there. Please read the description when you get there so you know how a patronage works, and then I will send you the extended reading for August. All right, Libra, thanks for joining me here. Take care. Me, myself, and I. That is this energy coming out in reverse. I'm just like, I'm getting for sure you don't want to be alone anymore. Like, okay, I'm done doing, 1111. I'm done doing this all by myself. All those ones, one is a singular energy. That is the energy of aloneness, of soloness, of independence. And one is two. Two, you know, and like two is the energy of togetherness. Like, I'm tired of one. I want us to be two. I need a change in structure here. My life has been structured around this aloneness, and I'm ready to offer my heart to someone else, to connect hearts with another. I'm gonna get, 4 of Wands, exactly. You know how I just saw 1111? This is the card of 1111, and this is often a card of union, marriage, togetherness, coming together with another and crossing the threshold into a different phase of life, which is a phase of life that's promoting togetherness and connection.